Hoodie KO in the building. We here to talk real quick. What's up? What's happening? We back. We here to talk about this Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez little activity. You feel me? So let's talk about it real quick. Last time I spoke about it, they was going through the deposition of the Milagro situation. By the way, I don't know how the fuck the Milagro Grams court case is still going this long, but it is. But there's going through the deposition, and of course, I don't know if I fully talked about it, but Tory Lanez's appeal got denied or whatever. Which at this point, Tory, you just got stay down, do your 10 years. You still got a fan base when you come out, so it is what it is at this point. But yeah, this time we're here to talk about because apparently an ex-manager claims that the Megan Thee Stallion's deepfake adult film scandal cost her $240,000 in therapy. Which in general, I think she would be going to therapy for the whole Tory Lanez situation. But and so we're here to talk about it. She's claiming this in court. We just here to talk about it at this point. We here to see at this point, Milagro, hey, you gonna have to pay this one. You gonna have to pay. She basically dried up the money to the point that it's really gonna affect you. You're gonna be on your last, and then you gotta pay her. Which, hey, it is what it is. It's crazy, bro. It is crazy. And I like Milagro. Maybe you could say she's biased or whatever have you, but it is what it is. But I think there's some more about this case. It'll be crazy if Tory Lanez was smashing like Milagro's homegirl or even Milagro or something. If they build that into question, it's over with. Anyways. So Megan Thee Stallion's former manager, Travis Ferris, took the stand in her defamation trial against Milagro. It's no secret that Megan Thee Stallion has been through a lot in her life. According to her former manager, Travis Ferris, a.k.a. T. Ferris, I didn't need an AKA for that, but alright. That hasn't come without a cost. On November 19th, he took the stand in her defamation trial against Milagro Grams. During his testimony, he reflected on the impact of some of the gossip bloggers' posts. Allegedly, one of them included a deepfake adult film, which left Meg in serious need of support. I'm not going to say that Meg is not valid for feeling how she feels. Don't get me wrong, it's fucking disgusting. Especially with the advancements of AI and shit. You could pretty much do anything with these celebrities. But I will say this. At some point, though, it does come with the territory. Because there's a lot of deepfakes of all these other motherfuckers. Now, sure, Milagro is a prominent person and she has a face to the name. So you can sue her. The other deepfakes, you don't know who the fuck is making this shit. So it's kind of hard. But at least this person, they did make it. So I respect the fact that if Milagro did make this or repost this or whatever, fine. But at the end of the day, it's gonna keep happening. Sadly, with this fame shit, it comes with the territory. Sure, maybe this time it's Milagro. Another motherfucker, whoever else gonna do the same shit. So you're gonna go through a lot. Now, I know she was going through a tough time with, I believe her mom passed and the whole Tory situation with the shooting. And then so I get it. But at the same time, it's like, man, like, a little bit of it comes with the territory. I'm not saying let's just be unsympathetic, but it's like with the Summer Walker thing and how she had anxiety. Of course, she worked through it and now she gives a greater performance. But it was also one of those, is like, you gotta accept the critique. Niggas pay for a show. As much as, yes, you are a person and we gotta think about your mental and give you a little bit of grace as well. Niggas pay for some shit. So, you know what I'm saying? Just like, as much as we do have to give respect and give Meg grace, it's like, it kind of come with it. It shouldn't, but it kind of comes with some of the nonsense. But anyways. He recalled that the MC getting emotional when she approached him about the video pre-TMZ and ultimately decided that she needed therapy to help her move forward. She ended up taking a 4-week therapy session that cost her a whopping $240,000, which is crazy. Anyways, Megan Thee Stallion has also been diagnosed with PTSD related to her 2020 shooting. Respectfully, yes. Do you know how many niggas in life have PTSD? But that's a story for another day. Shooting and the deaths of her mother and grandmother. The doctor who diagnosed her, Dr. Lenore Walker, is reportedly scheduled to testify at the trial at some point later on today. So Megan Thee Stallion filed her lawsuit against Grams in 2024. She accuses her of churning out I never heard churning in a while. Churning out falsehoods about the Tory Lanez case online. Lanez is currently serving a 10-year sentence for the alleged shooting. Well, is it alleged for the shooting? Well, anyways. Enough is enough. The lawsuit reads, Miss Pete is a victim of a violent crime and champion of women's rights to her millions. And like I said, We should give sympathy and respects to Meg. She did survive that, and she came out tougher than ever. I will say y'all was milking the sympathy card a little bit. I will say that. There was a little bit too much milking, in my opinion. I'm just going to keep it a buck now. I'm going to give you my opinion. But anyways. I'm going to just skim through this. And September Lanes requested a protective order in an attempt to avoid the third deposition in the case. Miami-Dade Circuit Judge Lisette Reed did not rule in his favor. However, meanwhile, he will sit through a third deposition. By the way, I know Tory Lanez got to sit through jail. Yo, this nigga can't get like some time knocked off. Like, bro, you keep calling this nigga to court. At some point, it's like, hey, my G. Like, can I at least get a good meal here or there? Like, this is ridiculous. Anyways, the focus of Miss Pete's deposition is his relationship with the defendant Cooper. Note with plaintiff, Judge Reed wrote, thus, the court does not see how testimony regarding Mr. Peterson's communications and relationship with the defendant would serve to prejudice his criminal appeal. I hope I said that right. If I didn't, oh well. Y'all lawyer niggas be using big words sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, at some point, hopefully one day we start talking about this, but we still gonna talk about this. There's more excerpts and we'll get about it. Listen, Meg's team is trying to prove that all the stuff Milagro was doing affected her negatively, and some of this shit was lies, so she should pay up. And she's basically using Milagro as an example. She sent out depositions to academics and Eden Ross. So again, we'll see. Now, her going against academics will be hilarious. I'll cover that every day. Because after the court case, academics will just hop on street and give niggas the tea. So at that point, it's like, well, I might as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? But even with that being said, hey, we'll see exactly what happens with the situation. But we'll just see. At this point, we just watching some shit transpire. I guess, this is the cold case we're dealing with. The Diddy one is done. YNW Melly, 2027. Dirk, 2026. At this point, we just waiting for the more, well, at least the ones that interest me more. So we dealing with this. The year's almost over. We're gonna get to that Dirk shit eventually. But what do y'all think? Comments down below. Links in the description. Besides this, your friendly neighborhood cat A signing off for today. The Black TJ Dead Wilder doing this thing. My name ring bells like Quasimodo. Hit like, subscribe. You trying to hit a little bit more, you heard me. And I'm going slimes on P-Shells gang. Aye.